Hello and welcome back once again for more Terraria 1.4 Summoner playthrough. So today we're going to take on the Destroyer here. Actually, I should have made a Durandal or Durandal, whatever. Either way I could have made it, but I did not. For this fight, we're going to go ahead and do what we basically did before. I've added the cross necklace because there's going to be a lot of damage going on here. But other than that, that's pretty much it. We're already potioned up, so let's go ahead and try to get this thing down. So I'm continuing to use the Cool Whip for this thing. Now what's interesting is the fact that the snowflake that goes around doesn't damage, actually does some armor-piercing damage, which is very nice. I didn't realize that before, so that will come in handy for this fight, especially with the high defense of the Destroyer, as long as we can just keep you over there. Of course, since this is expert mode, the trick is to avoid the head at all times, because the head can take you down almost to 0 life. Actually, I think in my current setup, it could take like a half a life in one touch. So yeah, let's not have that happen. And my control here is going to be to mainly try to keep these little probes to a minimum. I don't want to have a bunch of probes flying around the screen because that could be a nightmare scenario. It's kind of hard to manage everything with all that going on. Plus, we still have to remember, too, I've got plenty of mobs spawning in and out of this, and we don't need to have more on the screen than what needs to be. As long as we keep them down. Oof, that was close. But according to the game, I did not hit the head. So yeah, we suffice to luck out on that one. But yeah, let's just keep you there. So my eye is trying to go over to the mini-map to see where the head comes out, as we just avoid that one. Not the closest call we've had so far, but yeah, as long as you can avoid that, I think this fight's not as bad. Just keep moving, avoid the head, and minimize, or I should say, try to maintain the limited amount of probes out there as soon as possible, and it should be okay. This fight's actually going pretty well. Again, as long as you avoid the head and don't get a little too happy and have your screen flooded with probes. Also, I like the fact that we have that little gap down there where the Destroyer can't really touch us. So it's a big help, and the fact that we can manage these guys in the meantime, except for these stupid angry clouds. They make things so much worse. Let's kind of stay over here for a little bit. Yeah, I know he's getting closer and closer, but so far so good. We got plenty of time tonight to do this, so everything is looking up pretty good. This is pretty well done so far, if I do have to say so myself. These guys don't even know which way to go. They're focusing on the probes, they're focusing on the Destroyer, the probes, the Destroyer. I mean, I probably could be switching off between my sentry right about now, but it's nice having that little snowflake out and about, doing extra damage, or the piercing damage, bringing it down as much as possible. See, that's why the snowflake for this is actually very good. It would probably be good, too, for Skeletron Prime, especially when his head goes into attack mode where it spins. That's where it becomes the most defensive. So armor penetration for that would be pretty good, but we'll see. We'll see how this episode goes. Yeah, so far we've actually been able to manage this fight very, very well. And within a little bit of time, we've actually gotten under half health, which is very nice. Okay, well, there we go for that. And hearts actually been... I haven't noticed a lot of hearts, but maybe they've been there. I don't know. I do have a heart reach potion that was used, so worst case scenario, we have that. But yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of hearts. It kind of stinks that they cut back on the heart drop rate on the probes. This wasn't in 1.4. This was actually back in 1.3, or I believe it was. But it's been some time since it passed, so... Yeah, I haven't seen as much, but either way, hey, as long as they still drop, that's all that matters. So yeah, there we go. 3/4 of the way and going. Oh! I don't think I was lucky on that one. Yeah, that did take a big chunk of life. That's what I was talking about when you get hit by the head in expert mode. I can only imagine in master mode. That'll be coming at some point. That will be coming. I need to focus more on that series a little bit, by the way. We've done a live stream and we've done an episode, but I have not done much with it. So, reaction for that has been kind of limited. I don't know how many people are still interested in that, but I will and I still should do that series, absolutely. But I think the demand's been more with the Summoner than it has been with Master Mode, but let me know what you think on that. Would you like to see more of that at the same time? Then we can go ahead and make that happen. But yeah, I think it's safe to say at this point, we got this fight in the bag. Other than the fact these angry clouds are still here trying to cause additional damage, I think everything's looking pretty good. Cocky a little bit, maybe, but, you know, we still got plenty of time in the night. Night's halfway through, and he is, like, down to a sliver. He's at, what, under 4,000 health now, 3,000, 2,000. It is going great. This should be the last pass. There we go. There we go. So, not much to expect off of the Destroyer. So yeah, we got our minecart piece, we've got our bars, which is nice, the hallowed ore, and we've got our souls. Okay, so in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and do some fishing, so I do need some supplies for that, and we'll see what that turns up with, especially when it comes to crates, because I'm needing some serious crates. But yeah, there we go. I'll do some fishing, then we'll see what turns up after that. Alright, so let's see what we got. We got some fish in here, but mainly we got all these mithril crates. Okay, there's some master bait. The joke is in the pun. Anyway, there we go. A couple potions. Not much really here except for some bait and 6 bait. We got the tsunami in a bottle, which doesn't really help us that much. Pearlwood crate gives us some more bait. Some ores. Okay, so not a whole lot, but I'll take the bait for sure. And okay, yeah, there we go. So from that crate, we wound up getting... Okay, so that's it. The anklet, which really doesn't really need... Alright then, so let's go ahead and move on, because I feel like Skeletron Prime is next. But first, I'm going to go ahead and craft Durendal. Alright, let's go ahead and do some Skeletron Prime now. For this fight, I have crafted the Durendal, or Durendal, whatever you want to consider it. Either way, we do have that over the Cool Whip. Let's see how this fight turns out. If I don't do well, we'll go back to the Cool Whip for the armor piercing. But this does have the summon tag damage, which is 9, which is very sizable over the Snapthorn, of course, being free hard mode. But, yeah, let's see how this turns out. I've got all of our potions in check. We do have a full moon, which means, yes, we'll be harassed by these stupid things. I hate werewolves on a boss fight because they can be very annoying, but either way, you should be able to maintain it. I'm going to try to keep my distance for this fight. This is the point where I talk about where the armor penetration will be good, when he does the spin attack on the skull, because that's usually where his most armor is it's there. He's the most invulnerable. And yeah, we're going to have over, what, 42,000 damage to do? It'll be close. This is going to be a very, very close fight. Also, if I'm trying to keep within the screen, I'm trying to keep my... I don't want to keep my... Well, I do want to keep my distance, what I'm trying to say. Almost got stun locked. I'm trying to keep my distance without losing line of sight, because I don't want my summons to move off of him. I'm trying to keep my summons on him at all times, while not trying to break line of sight. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. But, okay, 37,000 and going. So yeah, the summon tag damage is 9. Snapthorn was roughly 2. So that's a pretty sizable difference. Again, it all depends on how you feel. Some people like this summon tag damage. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. It is nice. But yeah, there's certain instances where Cool Whip would be very good. I think this might be one of them. Just might be. I don't know. I'll have to do this fight over again with it to see. For sure. But either way, we're with this. Durendal is holding up its end of the bargain so far. Okay, so we're moving on tonight, and it's down to 34,000. That's not too hateful, considering that we still have 4 arms up. This isn't too bad, to be honest. Again, this is expert mode, so it is what it is. It's definitely no walk in the park compared to normal mode for sure. Okay, as long as we just keep you rolling along like that, it's perfectly fine. And we should have you closer to 30,000, so if we can get you under that'd be great. But again, I don't want to move too much because I got to keep line of sight for my summons. There we go. There we go. Also, I'm trying to keep an eye out for a blood moon, because I know the Sanguine Staff, I believe it is. Sanguine Staff. I think it may be Sanguine, but what do I know? The Sanguine Staff is the next upgrade that we could use. It's not a major upgrade, but it is an upgrade to say the least over the Optic Staff. So after this fight, I'm going to be looking for at least a blood moon. I do have a bloody tear or whatever, something item for the blood moon buried somewhere in my inventory. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. So we will have to summon that up pretty soon. Blood Nautilus, or I should say Dread Nautilus, will be very interesting. The Blood Nautilus was the name it was first given, but after a while they renamed it the Dread Nautilus, which is perfectly fine. Dread Nautilus absolutely works. I never had much luck getting the pre-hard mode staff during a blood moon, but hopefully we have a change of luck here, because we're definitely going to need something, because we're not that far off from Planetara. This is the last hard mode mechanical boss we have. So once Skeletron Prime is down, we will be absolutely looking at Planetara next. That's going to be interesting because it's not like what it was before. I'm not saying it changed to 1.4, but I'm saying is I'm used to Skeletron and normal. Yeah, Skeletron and Expert is different, much bit different. All right, so 26,000. This is definitely going to be a fight. It's still going to come down to the wire. 4 arms remain. I'm mainly focusing my attacks on the head. So this is going to be a fight that's going to drag all the way down. I want to see if I can actually do this without taking down the arms. I know at some point, they usually break it at some point, but at the same time, this is how I do it. At least with Summoner anyway. If I was Ranger, I would probably focus down one of the arms, but with the whips, it's not easy trying to keep focus on one thing. Even if I could switch back to the staff and like right click, it's not always easy keeping focus on one thing. So let's just roll with it. 22,000. It's going. The night's halfway through and it's going down. So there's definitely room to get this done. It's just that taking a little bit longer just because of all the appendages makes the fight just a little more interesting, a little more dragged out as well. As long as we just keep focus, have our sentry there to help out a little bit. We need to upgrade our sentry. The only problem is, since taking down the twins, the Old One's army is now in tier 2. I have not focused a lot on Old One's gear, so that's going to be an interesting fight. It's not as easy as it once was. Once you get to tier 2, you have to go the full 7 waves, and then the boss of that is going to be the Ogre, and it has a lot of hit points. So in order to do Old Ones at this point, it's going to be rather challenging. I feel like a Sanguine Staff for that may be a necessity for that thing. I don't know. But we'll see. It's going to be rough. But I'll tell you what hasn't been rough is this fight so far. Okay, we're down to 16,000 hit points. Another fractional night's going through. I mean, look at the appendages. They automatically go down just because of all the ranged attacks and everything from the twins. It's kind of funny, but yeah. Usually doing this method, you always wind up taking something down at some point. So all the appendages are looking... They're on their last leg as well. So yeah, even though I focus mainly on the head, the appendages should be going down here pretty soon. Looks like a couple of them may not last that much longer. Okay, 14,000, so we'll just continue to focus on you. And again, with all the potions are running out here relatively soon. Damage hasn't been that bad. Looks like Skeletron Prime's down 3/4 of the way. Should be coming down a little bit further now. So yeah, that's just my suggestion if you're a summoner, if you're having issues, just focus on the head. Try to do the most damage because either way, the appendages are going to just get in the way either way. So take them out that way. It's working. It's working right here on video. There we go. Actually, did we just get one down? I think we may have just gotten one down. Yeah, we did. And the head is down to 10,000 hit points. So, again, the method worked. Now we're cutting it close. It's getting close now. And 9,000 hit points. I still think this is very much doable. We got 3 segments still. Something's going to give here. Was that 8,000, 8,500 hit points. I may focus on one of these arms just to get it out of the way. It's taking too much health. Now it's just absorbing health. Keep running, keep running, keep running. 7,500. 74. Okay, this is a good shot to clear something out. There we go. Okay, 2 arms down. Getting ever so close. That moon is seeping toward the edge. It's slipping toward the edge. Oh man, this is going to be a close one. 5,700 hit points. All the appendages. All 2 of them left, under 5,000 now. So they're gonna sit there and try to get in the way regardless. Here we go, under 4. It looks like a little 3,800 back there. So come on, keep focusing attack. There we go. 3,000. We got this. I think we got this. 25. Yeah. We'll absolutely kill him now. It's just gonna be a matter of how long it takes to, how close to the wire it does. Okay, down 1 arm now. We definitely got this. We've definitely got this. And there we go. 7. Oh yeah. 500, 400, 300, 200. There we go. There we go. We had a little bit of time left, so it was close. Again, not much really to get from Skeletron Prime, but the jungle is now open for Planetara, which means the hard mode jungle is for real. That's going to be fun, man. That's going to be fun. All right. So with that, we are set. I did craft the upgraded armor, by the way. This is the hallowed armor. They made a new one for summoners, and it's slightly better than the spider armor, so I went ahead and made that. I should have mentioned that in the beginning of this fight. Actually, we made it for fishing. I should have mentioned it back then, but either way, it is what it is, and it probably helped. It probably helped some. Either way, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to slap a like on this video if you have. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time. The video's over, but there's more where that came from. Be sure to subscribe for more Terraria Let's Plays, Top 5s, and other videos as well as we cover different titles. You can click on one of the videos here for more. Be sure to rate this video accordingly as it helps the channel out greatly. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time.